For the challenges alone, I tend to take little extra risk. When it comes to my funded account, all my trades, it will be like very minimum 4 or 5 trades, because once I've made the profit, I just want to make sure that I withdraw it. I don't want to give it back. If you just want it so bad, you're gonna go through hell.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another TFT interview. Today, I'm joined by Ashik, who comes all the way from India. Welcome, Ashik.
Hi, Hannah. How are you doing?
How are you? I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well. Thank you.
Happy to hear that. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you into trading?
Yeah. So my name is Ashik, and I'm from India in Chennai. Basically, I'm an engineer. I did a course in information technology, that is IT. I've been trading for the past 3 years, and I'm not really interested in the 9 to 5 job. So I had to choose another path which gives me the freedom, the financial freedom, and the time freedom. So I chose trading, which was 3 years ago during the lockdown period. That was the beginning. So it took me a lot of time to get into it. After 3 years, here I am now. I've passed many funded accounts, and here I'm doing an interview, which is great. I feel great about it.
That's incredible. So, can you tell us a little bit about your learning curve? Did you learn everything by yourself, or you had a mentor? Where did you learn from? Tell us a little bit about the learning process.
Okay, so during the lockdown, when I got into trading, I went through many courses. I've paid a lot of amount for it. I have learned many things, of course. The price action, basically everything related to that. All the basic stuff you hear about the trading, the trend line, the charts, the patterns, everything. I learned about all of them. And then I thought it was easy. And then I started, in trading in the demo account. So I started making money there. And then I took into the, funding challenges, and then it was a totally different game there. I continuously lost many accounts, and it was very difficult. And then I spent a lot of time doing my own research, like spending so much time in front of the charts. And then I learned a lot of stuff by myself. I have to admit it, because the psychology, how the market reacts, everything, you cannot learn it from any courses or from anyone else. You have to do the work, you have to spend the time, and you have to see how the market reacts in every condition. So I have learned a lot about it, and I guess I could give credit to myself for that, for the most of the part. So yeah, that's how I got into trading, and that's how I started, and I learned about it.
And what did you struggle with the most? And how did you overcome the struggles?
For me, the biggest struggle was I was very good at trading. I can surely say that I was good, and I am still good. The biggest problem I faced was when I look at the chart, I can easily see the structural levels and everything. It will be very easy for me to say that, like, out of 10 times, I'll be 8 times I'll be right. Like, that much I'll be good. So when I look at the market is at a support or a resistance, I know for a reason that there are so many confirmations and there are so many things about it that it's gonna go my way. It's gonna go, like, if I take a sell, it's gonna go down, or if I take a buy, it's gonna go up. 8 out of 10 times it will happen. So I'm sure I have a good, that striking rate,
win rate,
win rate, So I get into a trade, it goes my way, and then it does a small pullback. It touches my entry, and then it goes into a little bit of loss. At that time, it was very difficult for me to trust my own analysis that this is gonna work out, that this is gonna hit the target. So I used to panic a lot, and I used to get out of the trade with very small profits, or sometimes in small losses, or it used to hit my stop losses. So the psychology part was the biggest struggle for me. As much as it's important to get the entry is important, the exit is also as important as the entry, because you're making money only when you exit out of the trade more than the entry. So managing the trade was my biggest challenge. It took a lot of time for me, but somehow I'm over it now. Still sometimes I struggle there, but I'm trying.
Yeah, and how did you start to deal with this problem? Like, what did you do so that you kind of you said that you still have it sometimes, and we all have it. We all mismanage trades. But how did you manage to come from the unprofitable stage to the profitable stage?
So I took some time off and then I think about it. So, the main reason that I panicked and I got out was because the fear mainly, the fear of, failing the account or fear of, mostly hitting my stop losses. And then I analyzed why I got that fear. That fear was because I had no backup. I had no backup to buy another challenge. So at that time, I was solely depending on this challenge. So I had to pass it. So that fear made me to, it manipulated my decisions. So after the initial stage, after I overcome, after I've made some profits, now I am not, I don't have that fear now, because if I fail this challenge, I have money to take another challenge. I can do it. There's no pressure. So I just took that pressure off, and it was really easy for me afterwards.
Yeah. And how is your psychology towards trading now? And what did you do to improve your psychology?
Yeah, as I said, after being profitable for straight 8 or 10 months, I got some confidence. So that confidence helped me a lot. When I doubt myself, should I get out of the trade right now? If I doubt my analysis ever, I just trust my process. I just say to myself that it's okay if I hit the stop loss. It's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
So I just made so many changes in my way of thinking and everything. Like I pay details to every single like minute details, like why am I reacting to this. It was a very big challenge, I can assure you that. Yeah, recent times many people say that psychology is very important in trading, but when I got into trading, psychology wasn't a big of a deal, because not many people were into trading, not many people were profitable. Now as people get to be profitable, they understand the importance of psychology. So yeah, I worked a lot with that, and it has paid off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And did you read any books, or maybe listen to podcasts, or maybe practiced any like meditation, anything like that?
Yeah, I still try meditation, but sometimes it's very difficult to do it regularly. I'm still struggling with that one, but still I'm making some efforts for that. And no, I haven't read any books nor podcasts. Sometimes I look at YouTube, about some traders. But the biggest lesson I have learned is that we have to do what works for us rather than following what works for others. So the more and more I spend time with my own friends, I just got to know that I don't have to look at others. I don't have to look at the others' way of trading. Yeah, that's what I do.
That's good, because comparing yourself with others is just gonna cause distraction and mess up with your psychology.
Yeah, of course.
And what type of trader are you? Are you a day trader, swing trader, scalper?
You can say I'm all type of trader, because usually, before I used to stick to that, risk reward ratio, that 1:3, 1:4. And then I learned that, the risk management is also important, as well as, I'll just give you an example. For say, I'm taking a trade for 1:3 or 1:4. The probability of the trade hitting the stop loss is more than hitting the profit, because the gap is big. It's big. So it's 1:4, in the sense you are having just 10 pips stop loss, you are having 40 pips take profit. In that sense, what happens is that the retailers, I'm sorry, the retailers, right? No, the what do they say for the big traders? Institutional traders, right?
Institutional traders.
Yeah, institutional traders, they love to manipulate the market. They know exactly where the stop losses are, so they just love to trigger that. So what I do is that I get into a trade without placing a stop loss, and if I have a 200K account, I take 10 lots for that. In that sense, even if I go 100 pips in loss, that will be like my daily drawdown. But I'm not gonna let it hit 100 pips. I'll have mental stops here. Like if if the price goes beyond this, important structure, sometimes it goes near the structure, it just, touches the stop loss and then it drops down. It grabs a liquidity. So I don't like to, actually place the stop loss, but I'll always be looking at it. I've set alerts for that. When the price comes this point, I've set alerts in TradingView, so that I'll just go and I'll check it. And if I feel that it's gonna keep moving the other side, I'll just close it and I'll get out of it. Otherwise, I'm sure that it was a liquidity hunt and it'll come back, like I guess. So yeah, that's what. It's a little bit unorthodox than what most of the people do, but still I'm not over risking. I still have my mental stop, so that's my way. That works for me. So yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about your strategy?
So many data here that have been saving from the past, I guess, 3 years. Just keeps going and going and going. There's no end to it. And there are many more like this. So I'll just give you a small idea about.
Yeah, of your style.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love, the price action, I don't use any indicators. As you can see here, I have marked the daily structure here. This is the daily. I always look from the higher time frames, and then while getting into the entry, I'll just switch to the 1 hour time frame. Or sometimes I like to use the 5 minutes as well.
So do you use the 5 minutes to execute?
Yeah, exactly. That's very important. It makes a lot of difference. Like it, 5, 15, up to 15 pips, it can make a difference when you see from the 5 minutes. You can always grab all that. So I'll just say, see, I follow trend lines and support resistance, the all the basics of the price action.
Yeah.
So as you can see here on the daily chart, and this is, I guess it's gold. Yeah, it's gold. So it's the daily chart, and you can see the trend line here. It's going and descending down.
Yeah.
So see, this is where I took the trade, and it was a swing trade for 5 days, and it was very difficult to hold throughout the 5 days.
Yeah.
And this trade was not taken anytime. Recently it was long back. I don't have the data of the recently taken trades right now in my phone. It's in my other system. I don't have the trade now. So as you can see here, at my entry, it touched the trend line, and then there was a confirmation candle. So after dialing down to 1 hour, 2 hour charts, I see that there are more confirmation and it's strongly gonna go down. So at the time I enter, after entering, it's all about managing the trade, because holding a gold trade for 5 days is it's very, very hectic, because the profits will be going up and down. It's very crazy. So somehow I hold it for 5 days, and then I get about 350 pips. But still, I'm gonna be honest about it. But most probably, I think I close this trade around 100 pips or 200 pips in profit, I guess. Yeah. So everything is same as that. It's all the daily structure.
Yeah.
I use the
as I can
Fibonacci as well.
see,
Yeah.
Okay. So as I can see, you just mark up the market structure. You mark up support and resistance zones, and then you use trend lines.
Yeah.
Do you trade only one or two instruments, or you trade like more different instruments?
Recent times I have been trading only GBP USD, because gold has completely changed its way of movement. 2 years ago, when I used to trade gold a lot, it was actually following all my plans. It was actually respecting the structures. But now I feel like it's just crazy. It's just all over the place. So it's actually difficult to get into that one. And I don't want to blow up my account as well. So I want to keep that. So for now, I'm just doing GBP USD, because there's quite a lot of movement, and
it's
I love that pair. Yeah.
And do you trade your funded account as you traded the challenges, or you have different risk management?
Actually, it depends upon if when I'm trading a challenge nowadays, I'm not bound to that fear of losing it, because if I lose that, I can get another account. So for the challenges alone, I tend to take little extra risk. When there is a need to take an extra risk, you have to take it. When there is a heavy, like minus 5% drawdown, you have to take the risk and you have to get it back. So there's no other way. At that time, I take some risk, and then when it comes to my funded account, if you have checked my all my trades, it will be like very minimum, I guess 4 or 5 trades, because once I've made the profit, I just want to make sure that I withdraw it. I don't want to give it back. That's a very big thing. So once I made my about 4K 5K profits, still it's a lot of money comparatively. When all the people who are working here, working in IT, working in the engineering jobs, it doesn't pay that much, not even half of it. So I'm just grateful for that. I just want to be consistent, so I just withdraw my profits, and I'll be waiting for my withdrawal. Yeah,
that's smart of you. That's good. And you said that you manage the trade actively. Do you move your stop loss to break even? Do you take partials?
Yeah, it depends upon the if the price is at a very respectable support or resistance, I bring my stop losses down. When I know for a fact that there is not going to be any liquidity hunt over here, they are not going to do that. Most probably it's not going to happen. At the time, I like to bring my stop losses down. I like to trail that. But I guess I haven't done that in recent time. But I can do, if the situation is according to that, if the market situation, the conditions are according to that, I like to do that as well.
And yeah. And how are you dealing with the losing streak?
It does affect, even when you're not thinking about it, in the back of the mind, it just, it makes you feel so bad. But I guess when I got my funded account, I was about, I guess, 5% in drawdown, at the beginning itself. So it was at the time I had to take a very big risk, and then I had to bring it to the break even. That was a very a crazy ride from there. From there, I guess I didn't have any losing sticks, and even if I have, I'll just take a break from it. It's not my day. I'll just be back another day. That's how.
And and what do you think caused the big drawdown at the beginning? Do you think that it's related to excitement, or you think it was just about the probabilities?
I would say it was probably a silly mistake. I passed both the challenges and have been good for some time. That overconfidence, of course, you have to make sure of that as well. So I was a little bit overconfident and, excited as well, because I just got it another, 200K account. Yeah. So in the excitement, I was irresponsible. I can admit it. So, but I am grateful and glad that I just got it back, and I haven't done that mistake since then. I'm just, disciplined.
Yeah. That's
the
good.
market loves to discipline us,
Yeah, it handles us. And how did you find TFT, and how is your experience with us?
Yeah, if not for the prop firms, if not for any of the prop firms, and if not for TFT, I guess I would have been, working some 9 to 5 job, some job that I hate, dreading my life. It would have been so bad. So, few years ago, the prop firms were just booming at the time. There wasn't much competition, just one or two. So I just got into one firm, and then many firms actually came into the play, and then I like to try other firms as well, because they were, so much competitive in the pricing as well, the targets, the drawdowns, everything. So I just kept switching to like trying new firms. And then I heard about, TFT, and then I got into TFT. And then, I'm going to be honest, when there was a time when there were a lot of scamming firms, so I was actually really worried about it. I was worried if TFT is gonna be legit or not. I had a lot of doubts about it. It would make me so nervous, making profits itself big task itself, a big, it's a big stress, and then waiting for the payouts and seeing if they're gonna pay you, or if they're gonna just throw some dumb reasons at you and deny your payouts. I just didn't want that. I was just really scared. But then after receiving my payouts, I was like really grateful for TFT. I'm really grateful for now, and for the opportunity as well. I never thought this is like a dream for many people. So I'm very grateful for that. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity as well for TFT.
Our pleasure. And what advice would you give to new traders that are just getting started?
Yeah, I would say, for me personally, what, brought me all the way here is I never gave up, because they say that 90% of the traders fail and 10% only succeed. I would see that as 90% of the people just quit. The only 10% people, they just keep going, because it all depends on how bad you want something. If you just want it so bad, you're going to go through hell, you're just going to put a fight. And that's what I did. I had a lot of struggles, the heartbreaks. It's a very, very, very big challenge. I would like to say that treat trading, if you're really interested and if you really love it, just like compare it to your life does get hard, but we never quit. We just keep going. There's a bad day, the next day is gonna be good. So never ever give up, and then one day you will succeed. Yeah, that's what I like to say to everyone new.
Yeah, you said it well. And what are your plans and goals for the future? Where do you see yourself in 5-10 years?
Yeah, in 5 years, I'm actually quite ambitious. I guess I like to be funded in at least 1 million, in total funding across, as much as firms as there. I want to max out at TFT as well. And then, I can picture myself at a very good place from right now, healthy, wealthy, everything, health comes first. So
yeah,
I have to, I want to be the best version of myself. I can see that. I can picture it. I just, I keep dreaming about it, and I'm keeping working towards it. So hopefully, let's see.
That's amazing. So you have already visualized where you are in 5 years.
Of course, yeah. You have to have that
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Okay, any last words that you would like to share with us?
I guess TFT, for TFT, they have been growing rapidly in recent times, and I'm really happy about it. I had my doubts at the initial stages, but now I'm just, I'm relaxed now. I'm just sure that they are not gonna scam like the other firms. They are not gonna, just pull out of the business. They are gonna stay here for the longer time. So, I just want to say that you guys are changing a lot of lives. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's gonna, change a lot of people's lives, and it's really a life changer. I hope that TFT, grabs that number one spot, that, the CEO Angelo. Yeah, he's been, he's very keen about it. I wish him good success about it. I really want to see TFT at the top, and yeah, that's what's it.
Thank you so much for all the nice words. And
Yeah,
yeah, that's our goal, to change others people's lives, and help everyone to achieve their goals, no matter where they are from and where they are in the world.
of course, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time and sharing your experience with us. I wish you also best of luck with trading and all your future goals and all your ambitions. It's a pleasure to have such traders like you. So wish you best of luck and hope to see you in a follow-up interview in the near future when you hit the maximum allocation.
Wow. Thank you very much. It was fantastic. It was very nice talking to you as well. And yeah, I still hope that, we can meet one more time,
Yeah, we will
Yeah.
for sure. Thank
Yeah, sure.
you.
Thank you very much, Sana. It was nice. Bye.
To all of you watching, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and show us some love in the comments down below. Trade safe, and until next time.